What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to go over everything we know about Among Us 2. So this is obviously the sequel to the insanely popular Among Us. Obviously came out a few years ago, has been gaining insane traction over mainly on Twitch, but YouTube has a lot of people covering it as well. If you guys are interested, I normally don't say these kind of things, but if you guys are interested, definitely let me know about Among Us. I've seen countless people, Omewrecker, Cartoons, Mr. Fruit, lots and lots of different people be playing Among Us. So if you guys are interested in maybe me playing it, let me know and we'll see where it goes from there. But let's talk about a sequel. So I was hoping this would happen. I have been watching 2, 3, 4 weeks about people playing Among Us, and I never looked up if there was a second one. I was considering making a video, funny enough, on a second one, just talking about what it could be, and I could absolutely do that in the coming weeks if you guys want me to. But this is official. They are making an Among Us 2. So Innersloth have confirmed Among Us 2 is indeed on its way, following a massive surge in popularity of the series' original 2018 title. Here's everything. So let's go through what we know. To be quite honest, to save a spoiler, it is not all that much, although it's, again, still very promising. So Among Us 2 is officially in production. Redmond development studio Innersloth revealed in a blog post on August 18th. The confirmation comes soon after a popularity spike. Innersloth said they were always planning on expanding Among Us world after watching it grow and grow since 2018. Those plans seem to be in form of a sequel. Among Us started as a tiny local multiplayer-only game. Online multiplayer took 2 months and a total rework. It was not created to be that big, the devs admit. Now, this is kind of like, for me, a Mafia. If you guys have ever heard of Mafia, this, when I saw it, I was like, holy God, they made Mafia into this, and they transformed it. Mafia, in a lot of ways, in my opinion, is a better game. This is good in some different ways, but I'm very glad that this game exists, by the way. So they said that they don't have any official release date. The devs have commented, we just started planning it. They said, we really do not know when it'll be released. There's no art, no programming, or sound done at all. So they're literally starting from scratch. They may have always had this in their minds that they wanted to make a sequel, but probably due to the insane amount of popularity of this game, they decided, okay, we need to start going on a second one. Well, do we have anything yet, sir? No, sir, we do not. We have absolutely nothing. So we have a bit of a wait ahead of us. Luckily, the original Among Us give us the blueprints for how they're going to go about it. Innersloth took 6 months, about 6 months, to get the first title into an open beta stage. The multiplayer game then spent another half a year in early access on Steam, with players testing out all of the details. Among Us 2 may take at least that long, again, in quotation. So they're definitely using the first game as basis for how the second game is going to work. Not all that much off. Now, they go on to say that this website goes on to say that it could be like August 2021. 6 months. I mean, you got to give them a little bit of time. Hopefully this does accelerate things, though, and hopefully we're getting this game sooner rather than later. Among Us maps will stay. Basically, any Among Us 1 maps in some capacity will be in this game. They won't just be a straight-up map port in the new title, but will involve the same 3 original areas. More players. Among Us 2 will dial up the number of players. At the moment, there's only 10, including 2 to 3 imposters. They said they're aiming for 12 to 15 with multiple imposters. Here's where it gets fun. This is where I see the innovation. Adding more roles. Crewmate versus imposter may also be tweaked, they said. We aren't far enough in the design to confirm roles, but the primary edition of Among Us 2 will be complexity through roles. Expect more content updates. There will also be big content updates. They admitted they missed in the first game, though there will be them in this game. They also said there could even be a battle pass. They said it'll cost more than the original title, although there's ways you can get it cheaper. If you were an early supporter of this game, you may get it. You may also get the mobile version of the game. They also confirmed they were considering in-game currency for cosmetics they can use, so they can do that. So very exciting. That's a lot of stuff. In my opinion, again, the biggest thing for me is those additional roles. When I think of the game Mafia, which if you guys don't know what that game is, look that game up. Phenomenal game. The thing that's so awesome with that game is all the different roles, is the complexity. I mean, this game Among Us is very good, and I can see it keeping its trajectory. I don't think it's going to keep going up and up and up. Eventually, it's going to level out and probably come down. One of the things that I do think eventually maybe makes it grow stale is, yeah, there's only two roles. You're either innocent or you're guilty. If they add in a couple additional roles, maybe they have somebody on the imposter side, but they're not purely evil. Maybe they have people on the good team. Maybe you're able to kind of scoop things out. I mean, there are ways of making it honestly, with each role, you make a game like this more complex and I think more interesting and more fun to play, which ultimately means more fun, in my opinion, more fun to watch. Because again, if you're watching or you're playing it yourself, you only have two roles. The more roles you add, I think that definitely adds to the value of the game. So very exciting. Again, hopefully they can get this out soon. I mean, this isn't coming tomorrow. This isn't coming next week. But look, the game is massively popular yet again. And this is a game that, I mean, I'm super interested in watching. I watch it all the time. I'm super interested in playing it. And I can tell you, a second game, I mean, I'm fully on board. Hopefully they can get out soon because, again, you know the popularity of this game is eventually going to hit. You know, people are going to stop at some point, and then it's going to kind of level out. That could take into maybe October, into November. If they can get this game out, again, in like a beta phase, somewhere in that February, March, April period, if they could do that, get people in, get people testing it, have the full game release. I would love this game to come to consoles. I'm a console guy myself. I'm not opposed to playing it on PC. In fact, this is going to get me into it. If any game is ever going to get me into it, I would prefer it to be on consoles. Nowhere on there, though, did they mention it. I don't know if you guys know something maybe that I didn't see. If they mention consoles, it seems like just Steam and just mobile. But who knows? Honestly, the success is so big, I don't see why you couldn't do something where you did a game. You don't need to have like party chats. You can go up to, I think, 16 people. So you can have a ton of people in your party. If you only need 12 to 15 in your game, well, not even that. Some games, a game like this, you could easily do it for PlayStation or Xbox as well. So I really don't see why you shouldn't do something like this. Maybe it'll be so popular. Maybe they'll make so much money that they could eventually put this thing on consoles as well. So guys, let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Are you excited for a second game? Have you been watching people play the first game? Who have you been watching? Again, do you want me to play this game? I'm definitely up to do that if you guys want me to. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed to this YouTube channel, Podcast Now. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. And thank you all so much for watching. I would love to cover more Among Us 2. And if this video does well, if there's support there, I absolutely will, okay? Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all on the next video.